Maria Santos enters Judge Caprio's courtroom carrying more than just her purse. She carries the weight of 3 jobs, 2 children, and medical bills that never stop coming. Her nursing home uniform is visible beneath her borrowed blazer. Her hands shake as she clutches a folder stuffed with receipts and documentation. She is 34, but exhaustion has aged her beyond her years. Her daughter's insulin costs more than Maria earns in a week. Her son's speech therapy is not covered by insurance. Today, she is fighting for $1,800 a towing company claims she owes, plus storage fees accumulating daily. Across the courtroom sits Vincent Rossi, owner of Rapid Response Towing. His business depends on people like Maria, people too exhausted to fight back, too poor to hire lawyers. His 17 tow trucks operate across Rhode Island. His reputation is simple. Once Rossi takes your car, getting it back costs more than the car is worth. Vincent thinks his contracts will crush this woman. What he does not realize is that in Judge Caprio's courtroom, exploitation has no protection. So, having read this far, are you wondering how a working mother who follows every rule ended up fighting a towing company? Now let's get into it. Like the video, settle in because what you are about to witness will restore your faith in justice. Enjoy! It is Thursday morning at 9:30. The bailiff calls out Rapid Response Towing versus Maria Santos. Vincent Rossi's attorney, David Fletcher, stands. Your Honor, we are here regarding unpaid towing and storage fees. Ms. Santos's vehicle was legally towed from private property, and she has refused to pay. Judge Caprio looks at Maria. Ms. Santos, please sit. Tell me what happened. Maria's voice is quiet but steady. Your Honor, on October 19th, I parked in the employee lot at Riverside Medical Center, where I work as a nursing assistant. I have parked there for 2 years. When my shift ended at 7 a.m., my car was gone. You work overnight shift? Yes, Your Honor, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., 3 nights a week. I also work at a nursing home afternoons and clean offices on weekends. That is a lot of work. What happened to your car? The police said it was towed. I called Rapid Response. They said I owed $1,800. $1,800 for one night? Fletcher interjects. The towing fee is $450. Storage is $50 daily. Ms. Santos waited 27 days before attempting to reclaim her vehicle. Judge Caprio looks at Maria. Why did you wait? Maria's voice trembles. I did not wait, Your Honor. I called every single day. I explained I could not afford $1,800 at once. I asked for payment plans. They said no. They said if I did not pay within 30 days, they would auction my car and I would still owe the difference. You called every day? Yes, Your Honor. She pulls out her phone. I have the call logs. Judge Caprio examines. It. Calls to Rapid Response, sometimes 2 or 3 daily, from October 19th to today, November 15th. Mrs. Santos has been persistent, Fletcher says dismissively. Unfortunately, persistence does not replace payment. You had a parking pass? Judge Caprio asks. Yes, Your Honor. She produces a laminated card. Riverside Medical Center, staff parking. Judge Caprio examines it. Valid through December 2024. Mr. Fletcher, if she had a valid pass, why was her car towed? Fletcher pulls out a tablet. On October 18th, Riverside sent notice to all employees that the west lot would be closed for repaving. Employees were instructed to use overflow parking. Ms. Santos ignored this notice. Is that true, Ms. Santos? Tears fill her eyes. Your Honor, I never received any notice. I check email daily. I check bulletin boards. I asked my supervisor. No one told me. The email was sent at 4 p.m. on October 18th, Fletcher says. We have distribution logs. May I see them? Fletcher hands over documentation. Judge Caprio reviews it carefully. This shows an email to 873 employees. Ms. Santos, what is your work email? Maria recites it. Judge Caprio compares it to the list. His expression changes. Mr. Fletcher, Miss Santos's email is not on this list. Fletcher's confidence falters. That is impossible. I am reading what you gave me. Her address is not here. Mr. Santos, may I see your email? She opens her phone. Judge Caprio reviews her inbox. No notice, nothing about construction. Your client towed her car based on a notice she never received. Even if there was an administrative error, signs were posted at the lot entrance, Fletcher says. Were there signs, Mrs. Santos? I do not remember seeing any, Your Honor. I parked where I always park. Everything looked normal. Judge Caprio turns to Fletcher. Do you have photographs of these signs? We were not required to document signage. So you have no proof the signs existed? Fletcher shifts uncomfortably. The hospital's authorization to tow is sufficient. Authorization to tow illegally parked cars is one thing, but if Ms. Santos was not notified, she was not parking illegally. She was parking exactly where she was authorized to park. Subscribe to Judge Stories if you believe working mothers deserve protection from corporate predators. Vincent Rossi stands. Your Honor, with respect, we cannot verify every car owner's notification status. We were hired to clear the lot. We cleared it. End of story. End of story? Judge Caprio's tone sharpens. You took this woman's car. She needs that car for 3 jobs. She needs those jobs to support her children. And that is just the end of the story? I sympathize, but business is business. If we made exceptions for every hardship story, we would never collect our fees. Hardship story? Do you know what Ms. Santos does? She works in healthcare. She cares for elderly people who cannot care for themselves. She works 3 jobs because one does not pay enough. She called your company every single day trying to find a solution, and you call that a hardship story? Rossi's demeanor cracks. We have overhead, employees to pay. You charged $450 for a 5-mile tow, $50 daily storage. After 27 days, over $2,000 for a car. Probably not worth that much. Don't lecture me about overhead. Judge Caprio looks at Maria. What kind of car? A 2007 Honda Civic, Your Honor. 200,000 miles, faded paint, no air conditioning. But it runs. It gets me to work and my kids to school and doctor appointments. What is it worth? I paid $3,000 2 years ago, maybe $2,000 now. You're about to auction a $2,000 car, collect your fees, and still send this woman a bill. That's your business model. It's legal, Your Honor. Legal and ethical are not the same thing, Mr. Rossi. Judge Caprio pauses. Ms. Santos, tell me about your family. Maria's voice wavers. I have a daughter who is 12 and a son who is 8. My daughter has type 1 diabetes. She needs insulin daily. The supplies cost over $500 monthly, even with insurance. My son has autism. He needs speech therapy twice weekly. I am doing everything to keep up with their medical needs and still pay rent and buy food. Their father? He left when my son was diagnosed. I have not heard from him in 6 years. The courtroom falls silent. How have you been getting to work without your car? The hospital is 8 miles away. I take 2 buses each way, an hour and a half instead of 15 minutes. I leave 2 hours early. I get home 2 hours late. I sleep 4 hours between jobs instead of 6. And your children? My neighbor takes them to school. I pay her what I can. I am behind on rent because of it. My landlord is threatening eviction by month's end. Judge Caprio looks at Rossi. You heard all this when she called? My staff cannot make payment arrangements. They follow policy. Did anyone show this woman any compassion? Did anyone try to help? Rossi hesitates. We're a towing company, not a charity. No one is asking you to be a charity, but there is a difference between running a business and running a scam. Fletcher stands. Your Honor, we object. Rapid Response operates within all legal parameters. How many cars do you tow yearly? 1,500 to 2,000. What percentage of owners pay and reclaim their cars? Fletcher glances at Rossi. Maybe 60%. So 40% you keep an auction. Judge Caprio pulls up something on his computer. I am looking at Rhode Island towing regulations. Maximum storage fee allowed is $35 daily, not $50. Why are you charging $15 more than the legal limit? The courtroom freezes. Your Honor, our fee structure was approved by our business license. Your license does not override state law. You have been overcharging every customer $15 daily. Ms. Santos has been charged for 27 days. That is $405 in illegal fees. Fletcher scrambles. If there has been an error, we're happy to adjust. An error? How long has your client been charging this rate? Rossi's voice is barely audible. 18 months? 18 months, roughly 2,000 cars. At average 15 days storage, that is over $400,000 in illegal fees. The courtroom erupts. Judge Caprio raises his hand for silence. Ms. Santos, when you called daily, did you ever speak with Mr. Rossi? Once, about 2 weeks ago. I asked about payment plans. He told me people like me always have money for cigarettes and lottery tickets, but never for our bills. The courtroom gasps. He said that? Maria nods, tears streaming. I do not smoke. I do not gamble. I use every penny for my children. I was so ashamed. Judge Caprio's expression turns thunderous. Is that how you speak to customers? Rossi's face reddens. I may have been frustrated. We deal with a lot of people who avoid paying. Ms. Santos called every single day. She was not avoiding anything. She was begging for help. And you insulted her. The judge closes his folder. Here is my ruling. All charges dismissed. Rapid response will return a vehicle immediately today at no cost. Furthermore, you will pay Ms. Santos $2,000 for loss of vehicle use, emotional distress, and transportation costs. $2,000, Rossi explodes. Completely serious. Ms. Santos, you said you were behind on rent? $1,200, Your Honor. Mr. Rossi will make sure this woman and her children do not lose their home because of your predatory practices. Fletcher stands. Your Honor, this is punitive. You are right. It is punitive, and I am not done. Rapid Response is ordered to audit all fees for the past 18 months. You will identify every overcharged customer and issue refunds within 90 days. That is impossible, Rossi shouts. Then close your business. Those are your options. Additionally, this matter is being referred to the Rhode Island Attorney General for investigation of consumer fraud. Fletcher's face goes pale. Your Honor, please, I'm not finished. Mr. Rossi will post a $50,000 bond with the court to ensure compliance. If you fail, that bond goes to a victim's compensation fund. Rossi looks like he might collapse. This will destroy my business. No, Mr. Rossi, you destroyed your business when you decided to exploit struggling people. This court is just holding you accountable. Judge Caprio turns to Maria. Mrs. Santos, Mr. Rossi will deliver your car to Riverside Medical Center by 5 p.m. today. If it is not there, call my chambers immediately. He hands her a card with his clerk's direct number. Maria can barely speak through tears. Thank you, Your Honor. You do not need to thank me. You worked 3 jobs, cared for 2 children with serious medical needs, and fought for what was right. You are the hero here, not me. As the session concludes, Judge Caprio calls Maria forward privately. Ms. DeSantos, the system failed you. That hospital failed to ensure you got the notice. That towing company exploited you, but you did not give up. Your children are lucky to have a mother who fights this hard. Maria's voice breaks. I was so scared. I thought I was going to lose everything. You are not going to lose anything. And when someone tells you people like you waste money on cigarettes and lottery tickets, remember what I saw today. I saw a woman who organized every receipt, every phone log, every piece of evidence. I saw someone who called every single day for a solution. I saw the kind of person who makes this world better. Don't ever let anyone make you feel less than that. Within weeks, the Attorney General's investigation reveals Rapid Response has been systematically overcharging customers for 18 months. The company is forced to refund over $500,000. Vincent Rossi settles multiple lawsuits and eventually sells his business at a fraction of its value. New regulations are passed protecting Rhode Island residents from predatory towing. And Maria Santos, she receives her $2,000, she catches up on rent, she buys her daughter's insulin supplies 3 months in advance, she pays for her son's speech therapy, and for the first time in years, she sleeps 6 full hours instead of 4, knowing that when she needed justice, Judge Caprio fought for her the way she fights for her children every single day. Sometimes justice means recognizing that the poorest among us are often the richest in dignity and strength. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. See you in the next video. Stay healthy.